If you can manage to attach yourself to an old guy, do it. Even if they don't want anything to do with you, bug them.
So this is Todd Albright. So Todd is a living luminary. He's a Third Man Records artist. He performs not only an obscure collection of folk and blues from the 1920s and 30s, he does so solely on a 12-string guitar, which is a unique feature of Todd. A few days ago, weeks now? Yeah, okay. A couple weeks ago, myself, Charlie Parr, and Todd Albright, and a local buddy of mine holding down the bass, recorded a completely unrehearsed selection of Todd's tunes. Even though none of us have ever played with Todd, and Todd doesn't really play with people, we decided to do it. And the whole thing is documented, and it's probably going to take a while to put together, because I have 60 gigs of video. Oh, that's actually quite a bit more than 60 gigs. But either way, I've been going over the footage, and it's great. At one point, Charlie had to step out, and Todd told me a story that really put into focus, the things he truly believes to be the most important aspects in learning this kind of music. And I just wanted to share this with you. So this is Todd Albright.
Paul was living in Cambridge, Massachusetts. This must have been 66, maybe 67, early 60s, and Howlin was playing at the Club 47 down the block. He was there for the whole week, and Paul went every single night, and he finally got up the guts to talk to Howlin Wolf, and just offhandedly said, hey, why don't you come by the house after the gig and we'll have a party, and that was that. And Paul thought, these guys are never gonna show up, but Paul went home, and he had a couple of friends over, and then it dawned on him that his house had no furniture in it. He had a bed, and then he realized he doesn't even have any booze in the house, and it was looking kind of scary, inviting the Pope to your house. It was after midnight at this point. Paul's like, they're not coming, and just when he thought that, the door got kicked open, and Howlin' Wolf and the whole band showed up. Hubert was there, everybody was there, and they, quickly realized the situation, and they were very gracious, I guess. But Howlin' Wolf wanted to see Paul's guitar, 6-string guitar. And Wolf takes the guitar, and he's playing this thing. And you got to remember, this is the early '60s, so not all the Charlie Patton songs had been found yet, And he was playing this thing, And Paul's like, "What is that?" And Wolf said, "Oh, this is this thing I learned from Charlie Patton." And Paul didn't even know who Charlie Patton. Nobody really did, Paul didn't know who Charlie Patton was. He's playing this strange way of playing an E chord.
Yeah.
A very odd E chord with a hammer-on thing. And he showed it to Paul, and then years later, Paul was trying to figure out how to play Pony Blues, and it dawned on him, that's the chord. And then, obviously, many years later, Paul showed it to me. So it's like there's a direct line of shit, and I always think of you need to have, I hate to use the word mentors because that's so very white and like vanilla mayonnaise type of way to talk about shit, but there has to be a line. Where did you come from? It's like a school. It's like it goes back to, Greece, it goes back to, the Mesopotamia. Where did you come from? What is the origin line? So it's like, Paul learned how to play that D minor tuning from Skip James, from Skip.
Right.
Skip showed him how to tune the guitar that way, to play all those songs. And it's like, that's the things that interested me and why I had, attached myself to him. You talk about Robert Johnson, it's like, we know where he came from, we know where he got Preachin' Blues from, but where did Son House get it from? Mm-hmm. I'm not real sure. Somewhere.
Yeah.
He didn't write it. He might have wrote part of it. And then you have Willie McTell, who openly and blatantly would say, yeah, I jump him from other writers, which was terminology, that's what he said. He didn't write it. Like if I listen to Charlie, anything he does, I always hear John Kerner. Mm-hmm. No, I don't care if he's playing in an electric drone shit band. I don't care. I still can hear John Kerner in it, So it's like, that's where he came from. And it's a great thing to be able to, directly or indirectly carry on.
Look, he's back.
I couldn't get these guys to do anything while you were gone.
Oh, I believe it. So you got a lot of stuff done?
One.
How many tracks we get?
One Take one track so far.
Of
Stocking Feet Blues.
is it good? You like it?
Never heard, don't care, it's gonna be fine.
It actually was great.
Yeah, better well.
So that's Todd Albright. Look for a video documenting our whole day, and in the meantime, go find yourself someone to latch on to, because I truly believe what Todd had to say here, and I believe in YouTube as well, and I love it, and I love that it's like a walk-in library anybody can contribute to or gain access to. But especially when you're learning folk music, nothing beats learning it from folks. So if you like the Living Luminary series, say hey. If you want to find ways to support this stuff, you can find links in the description. Otherwise, go ahead and watch this video about Living Luminary Ken Waldman. This guy is a trip. Thanks, everybody.
You like my older brother,
For fuck's sake,
my elderly brother.
I'm trying to kick this piece of plastic right now. I can't talk to you.
Come on, Dad, let's get it together.